What's up, everybody? This is Mico, the entrepreneur. And you know what? I don't even have to introduce this person right here. You already know who it is. Say your name, man.
What up, though? This is Dash of Life Hawaii. They call me Boots. So I am here with Mico and very, very, very appreciative of this opportunity.
Well, we all know you the six-fig guy out in Hawaii. We all heard your story from front to back. So, I want to be a little bit different because that's just how I am. So, I was thinking I want to talk about some other things like your future. But before I step into the future, I do want to talk about how long have you been dashing in Hawaii?
2 years in Hawaii.
Okay.
I've been dashing. Yep, came here in 21 and I'm here now. So 2 years.
Okay. 2 years in Hawaii. It's interesting because, a lot of people feel that, hey, you're on this stream, you're on this live, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're making the money. Now let's get to the future. Now, I know that you had other projects going on, so such as like you've been in magazines, you've been doing photo shoots. Um, can you tell me a little bit about some of the magazines and the photo shoots you've been doing lately?
The one I just did was the Hawaii Business magazine. They were looking for entrepreneurs. They were looking for delivery drivers and things of that nature. And since I am made over 100,000 doing this delivery work, they felt like I was the best fit for that magazine. When we did the interview back in September, and I went on vacation in October. So they said once we got back from vacation, they would do the photo shoot. So I did the photo shoot 2 weeks after I got back, which was no, I did a photo shoot November 1st when I got back from Jamaica.
Um, Speaking of Jamaica, woo! So did you go to Jamaica for fun or did you go to work or was it both?
Well, I wanted to work, but they don't have DoorDash in Jamaica, so I couldn't. Even though I did, of course, film it and did, gave some a sit down powwow about what I do because people was interested in it. So I was able to quote unquote make it a business trip. But the real reason I went is because my mom's 70th birthday. She wanted to celebrate it in Jamaica, and we wound up there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, I've been to Ocho Rios many, many years ago. What part of Jamaica did you go to?
We went to Montego Bay, and we stayed at the Ibero Star. But when I do go back, because I'm going to go back, I think I'm going to stay in Ocho Rios because that's where everything is. Now, Montego Bay was fine, but I do believe Ocho Rios have the better options for you and closer. We did go to Rick's Cafe. I always slips in my mind of the little town is in or the county. But I would go there, but I wouldn't stay there. But I would go back to Rick's because I jumped off the 70-foot cliff. and
Oh
then
wow.
the 35 foot and the 25 foot. They wouldn't let me do the 100, but I would have. They would have let me.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think when I went, it was I did a lot of tourist things, but they just, it was okay. I mean, I would I go back? Yes. It's been a long time since I've been. I think I went in like maybe 2001 or something like that. I can't really
Mhm.
remember, but it was nice. I will go again. So now people watching this, they're probably saying, well, I don't make the money you make in Hawaii and I just can't go to Jamaica. So if you didn't work in Hawaii and make six figures, would you still be able to go to Jamaica if you dashed in like another state or city?
Yeah, yes, because I mean, vacation is pretty much all about planning. Um, most people don't under. I don't want to say this and offend nobody, but most people don't understand themselves. So when I say that, meaning you have people who get up every morning, go to Starbucks and get a coffee that's $15, and they do it constantly, daily, day in, day out. Now add that up over 30 days, add that up over a year that you're spending on that one coffee daily or 5 days a week. And if it's $15, you add it up at the end of the week. You don't spend what 15 times 7 or 15 times 5 if you only doing it for your work week or you doing it all day on the weekends too. And then you also have people who not only get one cup, they get 2, 3 cups of Starbucks. Um, Same as in one day. And it's just same as a person who smokes cigarettes. They'll buy packs and packs of cigarettes, but they won't save for vacations. So even though I did make 100,000 on DoorDash, that wouldn't have stopped me from traveling because I would have budgeted out, made sure that was paid for, had spending money, and when I left, I can enjoy my vacation.
Okay. All right. Can I hold $5?
I got you. I got
Send $5 my way.
you.
So like let's just say um so you did 100,000 this year or last year. Moving forward, what is your goal? Do you want to double that? Do you want to triple that? Or you just want to just go with the flow because, times are changing, you know what I'm saying? So, do you have a set goal for you with doubling your money or your pay for like next year?
Well, trying to double it just doing any gig app is hard. Now don't get me wrong, there is a set amount that I know I can obtain with just doing it on DoorDash for the time that I work, and it'll take a point to where I just straight grind, no vacations, no time off, and I can do that in 9 months. But I will have to do a soul, like a real grind session to where it's just straight 7 days a week for 9 months straight, which will afford me the opportunity to be off for 3 months of the remainder of the year. But doubling it on DoorDash, unless I uh increase the amount I make daily, it will be a tough task. As far as it
Oh,
go, it's seed money, it's seed money to grow other businesses, it's to create other businesses, and it's for I don't have to ask my family for nothing, I don't have to ask the bank for nothing because I know I can go out and get it. And that's the thing, it's not the first, second, or third time that I've made six figures. That's not the hard part
Mhm.
if you really want to do it. The most challenging part is learning how to keep it, learning how to be disciplined when you get it, and not to live um
Above your
above your
means.
means. And just because I make, yeah, just because I make 100,000 don't mean I need to spend 200,000, and that it is defeating the purpose.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah, I think with some people they figure, well, I'm making this money, why I can't live somewhere nice, why I can't drive a nice car, and I get that. But the true money makers, they're not going to show off. They're going to be like, whatever, I'm saving my money. Can I get a discount? Because that would be me.
right, and
but
that's the thing too. That's the thing too. Like some people, it's not that you can't have a nice house or apartment. It's not that you can't have a nice car, but there's no reason why. Okay, in my opinion, if you're just let's say you're making $1,000 a week, and then you're making 7,000 a month, but your monthly expenses is $1,400. You're losing already. You're going to constantly stay in debt. So if you're making this, you driving around, yeah, you're gonna go out and get it whatever you want to get. So your car note is $1,000. That's not even including insurance. So is
mm,
it worth you going to work just to pay a car note, just to pay insurance? Then not only do your car note, your grocery bill, your expenses on your mortgage or your rent, all those things play in a factor. Yeah, you're making the money, but you're constantly in debt. You know, it's a I ain't gonna say running joke. It's a story, whatever it is. Everybody says I live in my truck. If I did, I still would be up because I ain't got to pay no bill, right? On
right.
my bill, I ain't have to pay no rent, you know. And at one point in time, I did get mad about it because I like it's not mad. I got irritated by it, and the only reason, so to speak, I got irritated by what was being said is because who it was coming from. But
Mm,
after I sat down and thought about it, I'm like, dang, they just taught me a lesson. If I was to be living in my truck, I'll be up 30 grand.
yes.
Yes, I'm living in my truck, but I got 30 grand in the bank. So whether you say I'm silly, stupid, dumb, whatever for doing that, but just think about it. I'm up 30. I can go live where I want to live. You're down 30 and you trying to claw your way out of it. So that those
Right.
are some like those are some of the lessons that we as people in today's society have to look at. You don't have to keep up with the Joneses if you can afford to keep up with the Joneses.
Say that again.
I mean, you don't have to keep up with the Joneses if you can afford to keep up with the Joneses. And it just comes down to anything you do, even ordering off a delivery app. Some of the people who ordering off the app can't even afford to order off the app. That's why we get people who say they never got their food.
Right.
They never arrive. Oh, but they don't order hundreds and hundreds of dollars of food. And now they not looking at your aspect of life. You really out here trying to hustle and grind and take care of your family. It may be your only way and means of taking care of your family, but to them, it's not quote unquote a real job. Even though you're making real money, it's not a real job, you know. And all their excuses is, hey, there's no health insurance. That's a lie. There's no car insurance. That's a lie. There's no schooling. That's a lie. So even though they don't have all the knowledge about what you do, they always try to downplay what you do. And even with me, when it comes to me saying, even though it's been verified by the right people, not
Mhm.
society has been verified by right people, they still say I'm lying. I'm a company shield. It's a fluff piece. They're paying me to say it. I'm screenshotting. I'm what they say, photoshopping. All the things I do, the proof is there, and they still don't
Right.
believe it. So, and like I say to anybody, 100,000 is not a lot of money in today's time. If you look at it, 100,000 is only like 50. It's only like 40 in today's time with all the expenses and the cost of inflation. So it's not about making the money because I put a lot of work, time, dedication, and consistency into
Right.
doing it. It's about how you handle it and what you do with it to better all your future. You look for plans, you make vision boards, you know your worth. And a lot of people in this economy, this society don't know their worth. They'll take no, and that's the first answer they take. And they'll take no, and that's the first answer they accept. It's just like going to a job. If you know you're worth 20, why would you accept $10 an hour? It doesn't make sense. And a lot of people do that.
Okay. So you mentioned seed money.
Yes,
So I know you have other businesses that you're working on,
yes.
and I want you to share that with me and with the audience that's watching, because I think a lot of times they figure, well, you making this money, yes, you can put it into other businesses, but just chill, buy something nice, show off, let us know how much you make every day so we can, be jealous and talk about you, right? So moving forward into maybe not, maybe you have two or three different businesses that you want to invest that seed money in. What would be the first business that you're thinking about investing in?
Well, I have three going. Well, technically four. One's just on pause already. But my thing from being around a lot of people with a lot of money, the business seminars I go to, just talking to people, the one I really, well, it's two, three, but the one I really pay attention to is Warren Buffett. And I like his business model and the way he approaches other businesses and things like that. And he has the three essentials in life. When you travel, what's the first thing you look for? When you're going out of state, going out of town. When you travel, you look for airfare, right? So you got to find your airfare. Then you look for lodging. Then you look for transportation. And then you look for food. So those are the businesses that I'm looking to grow more. Instead of paying somebody to stay at their hotel or their Airbnb, why not have my own? If paying
That's interesting.
when I go to these places, I need to get around. It's paying for services and things like that. Why don't I have my own transportation? And why not have my own restaurants or places where I can eat? And so those are the things I'm going to go deeper off and into investing into. Um, you look at I am going the total wrong way. But anyway, you look at those three essentials in life, everyone's going to be able to relate because everyone needs them. They got to eat, they want to have somewhere to sleep, and they want to get around. So, and then the fourth one is air. So the trans I don't like flying commercial. I don't.
Okay.
So eventually I'm gonna have what I got to get. I got to get me a plane. And if it's just
Private
from take,
jet.
yes, and that and even if it's just from me getting from this rock, because the only way off this rock is through a plane. From me getting off this rock to LA, I'm still gonna have that part of my transportation taken care of. So
Okay.
yeah,
So speaking of air, do you have a pilot's license?
no, it would be nice to have one though. It's a lot of hours. I looked into it. It's a lot of
Hmm.
hours, and growing up and watching John Travolta movies and then actually doing like reading up on him, it's like, dude, his driveway is his landing strip. He flies his own
Yeah.
planes. His community, everybody in the community have their own private airplane. That is like that's next level to me. Like, come on. When I go outside, you taking the fort? No, I'm taking the jet. It's like that's next level. That's next
Right.
level. So, but to get off into it, I mean, when I'm decide to retire and I'm bored, maybe I will.
Mhm. Okay. So, are you looking for like other investors with your seed money, or are you? I mean, I know you probably want other people, but would it be something that you would like go public, like a company going public, or would you just kind of keep it small, but like doable where you're able to have hands on into the company?
I Okay, like, we just gonna go with um the hotel, right? So the
Mhm.
Hilton, they're huge. Disney have their own resort. Um, Basically, what I'm saying is hotel resorts going to need, especially here, going to need investors, right? So I don't just want one hotel. I want a resort in multiple places. So anywhere I travel, I have my own penthouse and my own place. Now, will I make it public that I own it? I don't know, because once that happens, oh, let me get a room, you own it. Oh, how that goes. So, but the investors that invest will be known. Like, look, you invest. These are the perks of the investment. These are the
Right.
perks of what you get. Now it's up to you. You can say you a part owner. You can say whatever you want, but the 51% stake is gonna be mine, and I really don't have to talk about it. So that's what I'm
Right.
looking into, and I'm looking forward to, because a lot of times I run into so many people, and I say, once I get where I'm at, I'm like, look, I got this opportunity, and I'm not even gonna tell them it's coming from me. I'm just gonna say I
Right.
have an opportunity if you are interested. And whatever it is, whatever portion, some people will say, well, you ain't got enough money. Look, we gonna take what you got, you
Right.
know, we gonna take what you got, you're gonna get a little of this. Now your benefits from your investment might not be from the next person's benefits, but we
Mhm.
gonna still work with what you got and enable for you to get on this project. And once you get your investment back and make a profit, we can go back, rehash a new contract, and put you at a different level. Or, okay, we done with this project over here. Do you want to go over to this project over here? Now that you have more capital, you'll have a bigger investing interest in it. So
Okay.
that's where I'm at. And it's like, a
Okay.
lot of people don't understand, even not to be back to the gig economy. Most people don't understand, in this gig economy, you are the boss. You are the person who make what you want to make. You determine, you set your rate, and they want handouts. And it just goes back to what happened in New York. Everybody thought they about to get all this money. The first week they paid off. The second week, well, you declined, you did
Right.
this, you did that. Now we not paying you that 23.95. We only gonna give you $17. When in terms, if you get out here and work, you make way more than $17 an hour. I mean,
Right.
now do it, and I'm just gonna say, do it happen every day? When I'm about to say this, I've made $200 an hour on DoorDash. Does it happen every day? No. But guess what?
Mhm.
Now, because I've made it, I'm worth $200 an hour. Can't nobody tell me I'm worth less.
Right.
You can try, but you can't tell me that. And that's the part of understanding business versus survival.
Mhm. Okay. Well, I know people who will watch this interview because you did mention a few things like with people think you're a DoorDash shield and you're getting paid for this. Um, just in general, what would you say to people who really think that you're a shill for DoorDash? Because that's the
Nothing.
only app you do, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, nothing. I won't say nothing because I can't convince them otherwise. No, whether I come out and say I am or not, or don't say it, they still gonna think what they want to think, right?
right.
I can prove it to you that I'm not, but you're still gonna say what you want to say. Believe I'm with me. I'm not here to dispel no rumors, and I'll tell people all the time. Right now, things are going on inside the gig world, right? And I get text messages, and I reply back. If I do reply back, I say, "Why are you worried about it? I'm not. I didn't ask you to do this for me. I didn't ask you to go to bat for me. I didn't ask you to do anything. If I'm not replying, why are you?" Because I've had people stand it in my face that's in same market, same zone, same area. We work in the same place, and tell me I was full of and I'm lying because they can't do. They see me every day.
Wow.
They see me grinding. They see me out here. I literally turned my phone around and said, "This is what I make for them." Oh, that's fake. It's on my phone.
Well,
It's on
you
my
could do
phone.
screenshots, right?
Right. No, it was on my phone. Oh, that's fake. I've been out here 12 hours and I only made $100. Well, you know what? I ain't trying to be funny, but you need to go get another job. And and it's like you can't when someone and I always say it's not jealousy, it's misinformation, right? When someone don't know or they scared to ask or they don't believe it because it's not a real job, it's not what society says. You can't be making more than a doctor, more than a lawyer, more than a policeman, more than a teacher, just delivering stuff. You can't be doing that
Right.
just picking things up, dropping them off. It's not a real job. You can't, no 401k. It's not none of that. You can't do it. And I'm not here to tell you whether I can or can't. I can show you if you choose to watch. If you choose to watch, I can show you. And that's why I say I don't say nothing to them. I just laugh and be like, oh, okay. And then look at the bank. Oh yeah, that's real money. So
Oh boy.
you and it's sad because I always look at it like when we were growing up, our parents we learn from our parents, but our parents learn from their parents, and then their parents learn from their parents. And guess what? None of them really knew what they was doing.
Yeah.
They didn't. They because as when I was growing up, they didn't teach about business, finance, um, and credit. So you had to learn it on your own. And then by that time you get out, just off society alone, they'll tell you you can't afford a $700 mortgage, but you can pay $2,000 for rent.
True. 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 I've been in those situations. So
It,
true.
it, it just doesn't make any sense, right? I can't afford a $700 mortgage, but I can afford $2,000 a month rent. But that's the way it was designed.
Right.
So when you look at some of those things of how we were taught growing up, and you step outside the box, you decide to do it a different way, that's when you get most of the backlash. When you know yourself and you know you can defy the odds, that's when you get all the backlash. When people don't know, they don't have the right information. It's not that they're jealous, they're just scared. And it always like, you walk into a room and you shining, they want to dim your light because you scared you're gonna put theirs out. When you're not even trying to put them out, you're trying to get them to come along with you and see a different side of life. But no one can stop what's already written. That's
Thank
it.
you.
They can't stop it. They can try. And yes, it's not gonna be easy. You're gonna go through days to where you know what, I'm ready to give up, and you're gonna be like, I can't do this no more. But then you turn around and you open up, especially if you're doing something good, you're gonna open up your phone, your tablet, your computer, and somebody gonna say, thank you for helping me fight. Thank you for keeping me going. Thank you for being my inspiration. And that'll refuel your fire because
Right.
somebody heard it. And it's gonna be more that will than more that won't.
I agree. So it seemed like my dog in the background is like making this noise, but I'm going to ignore him. So, in closing, because I know you're working as you always do, um, let's step into. We already talked about your future projects, but um, I would say out of the 4 projects that you're working on, which one will you work on first to get it started?
Um, Hotel. I mean,
Okay.
it's one more that I really want to do. I just that one is like more of it's basically what I do all day, every day, and that's my life. And I put it out there on it, and I always reference Duck Dynasty. If they could talk about ducks, they could talk about me. So that one is one of the biggest things I want to do. And it's like I know it's been done before and it's
Mhm.
other things that's going on, but that one too. But yeah, most of the is the hotel resort because I know the potential of what the growth it'll have here. And it's hard to get into the market here
Mhm.
um because of three the three most popular developers, but it comes with time. It's not going to just jump out and oh boom, I got a whole 60 room, 60 level or 300 room, 60-foot skyscraper. It grows over a period of time, acquiring an apartment here, acquiring commercial property here, acquiring all these assets to go along with look, this ain't me just shooting out the box. This me learning and developing what I'm doing and turning it into an empire. And that's it. It all takes. We can look at Amazon. He started in the basement of an old rundown building on selling books,
Mhm.
and it grew. Now his circumstance came from a pandemic that helped him get where over the top, but he never gave up. Toys R Us started in somebody's garage. KFC start. I mean, all these businesses that started. I mean, look at Arthur Blank with the Home Depot. So it's so many things and business models. The one thing they all could have in common is finding somebody else to help me tell my story, finding somebody else to help me run my business while I sit back and I fly all around the world on their dime, on their
Right.
sweat, on their blood and their tears. I'm gonna give them a bone not to leave because I need them to succeed with my vision. I'm gonna have some bad apples in there, but we gonna take care of them along the way. But
Right.
eventually, and overall, I'm gonna give a CEO a job. I'm gonna give a store manager a job, and I'm gonna make sure they got what they feel comfortable with the 60,000, 70,000, 401k, the insurance, and I'm gonna keep them there with those things because anything else outside of that, they don't want to. They know that's a real job, and outside of this is not. And
Okay.
that's just how I think about my days and growing things organically. When you grow organically, that's when you get the best results. In my opinion, when you grow it organically or when you plant your seed and you sow your harvest, you always going to reap what you sow.
I agree. I
And that's
agree.
how I look at things.
Well, now I know the projects that you mentioned earlier, and we just discussed the hotel resort. Well, I'm interested. Now, I don't have a lot of money. I only had the $5 you're gonna give me. I'm gonna give it right back. So the $5 you give me, I'm gonna give it right back and invest it,
Right.
invest it back into the hotel resort.
That'll get you a name
So
plaque on the on the restaurant.
yeah, let me use the conference room when I do my networking in the future, when I have my events. So um No, and now this is further down the line. I got to get my money together, because I got to come correct. I can't just be like, oh well, I got another $5. But I wouldn't mind being interested in it. Now I never owned property, so I would have to learn that aspect of it. But yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that, and it depends on what you have as well, right? So it would
Right,
require me to come out there, because I have to be there to like do the groundbreaking, to, meet with the other developers and stuff like that. But I wouldn't, come at me in like in another 2, 3 years, and I wouldn't mind being like one of the investors or whatever, you know.
okay,
Um, that's something, and start small, like you said, it don't have to be a skyscraper, it can be, maybe a,
Doordash.
you know, 10, 15 unit type of thing. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
right,
So, but yeah, I'm interested. I believe in you, and yeah, it's been a short time that I've known you. And yeah, we do communicate, off of Facebook, off of social media, off of YouTube. But it's just something about like
Oh my gosh.
just your future,
Thank you.
because I'm always interested in people's futures. You know, that's just me.
right,
I
right,
want to know the future. I don't care about what happened in the past. We all made mistakes. You know what I mean?
right.
And yeah, what you're doing now is fine, but I'm with the future. So hey, I'm gonna be aboard. I'm gonna come aboard, and like I said, even if I'm responsible for one room, I want my name, attached to that first project.
And
So,
that's the thing. Like it'll come over a period of time. Most people don't think about things like that. And then when you surround yourself with people with the same mindset and positive energy as
like-minded
you got
people, yes.
like-minded people, it'll all flourish. And it just like I say, it's not just me. Even doing this now, um far as DoorDash and YouTube and things of that nature, even doing it now, I'm not the only one with it. I have people who help me. I have people who are like I say, if I need emails sent out, if I need this done, I have people who did it, and it's a team. So yeah, I come out and I work hard and I do the deliveries and I make the money, but other stuff outside of that is people. And I mean, I know I've inspired a lot of people to
Mhm.
do it, and that within itself is rewarding. When I look at it, it's not about the money,
Mhm.
and of course, we all want to make money, right? We all want to come out and make a profit. It's not about the
Right.
money; it's about the lesson that you get from it, and it's a lesson in it. They say this economy or this world or this things was not supposed to last, but if
Mhm.
you look at certain things in this economy, it'll help you be a better person. It'll help you have a better lifestyle if you do it right. And a lot of people don't want to do it right. And those that don't do it right can't succeed in it. And those that do, I pay attention because one, I'm going where I'm going. You can't take everybody. You cannot take everybody. But I'm going to remember, like, look, I got an opportunity.
Mhm.
Do you want to come along? Do you want to hear about it? And I may not even be asking you for nothing, but just a little advice.
Right.
And that's all it is. And most people don't understand. You say, I got an opportunity, automatically think you want money, but don't even know what you about to offer.
Right.
That's the whole thing. Like I could be like, I got an opportunity and you don't have to give me nothing. You just
Mhm.
like what is DJ Khaled? He put his son name as an executive producer on the album. Son 2 years old. What is he executive producing?
Right.
But for the rest of his life, anytime that album make money, that boy gonna be paid for the rest of his life. And that's all it is. You can look at Beyonce and what's her name? Kyla,
The
Kiwa, whatever.
Blue Ivy.
No, not her daughter.
Oh,
The girl, neck and back girl. Um, the one that used to sing "My Neck, My Back." What is her name? But
I
anyway,
forgot. Hmm.
yeah. But Beyonce did the remake.
Okay.
Put her on as an executive producer. She got mad, so Beyonce took her off. Now you ain't making no money. Beyonce put her on because she knew her first deal was messed up and she didn't make that much money. Now you're on my album, you're going to get paid. She got
Right.
mad, was talking trash. Now, okay, I'll fix it. I erased your name. And that's what I'm
And
saying
now,
about messing up blocking your blessings and messing up your futures. But with me, I don't know. I could tell you one day I got something for you, and all you do is listen.
right,
And you just come along and wait a minute, I got a check from what? I ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it goes sometimes.
right. No, I feel you. All right. One, I want to say thank you for doing this interview with me. And I know that we, touched on just little things, but like I said, I wanted to touch more on your future. Thank you for sharing that information with me. So, in closing, again, go ahead and I know it's scrolling across, the ticker, but go ahead and say your social media pages, and then we'll go from there.
Well, my main page on YouTube is Dash Your Life Hawaii. I have a TikTok. It's the Six Fig Dasher on TikTok. My Instagram is so I have two. I have the Six Fig Dasher Instagram, and I also have a Dasher Life Hawaii Instagram. And then I have a Facebook page, which is Ronald CI for Life Coleman on my Facebook page. You can probably find it by Dasher Life Hawaii too, but the main page is that.
Okay. Well, thank you for my shirt.
Thank you for
I think.
representing. Thank you for representing.
Hey, I wear merch all day. I love it. I mean, I will be wearing this in the future, like tomorrow.
Okay.
So, but yeah, now I got to get a hat to match. So you got to give me a hat. But I
Oh,
don't,
okay.
I got to get
Okay.
that. Give me a fitted hat. Like I can't, I don't have the
This
face for that other one.
this is snapback.
Yeah, I don't like those.
Yeah, this is snapback.
Yeah, I think snapbacks are more for men. Or if you have like my face, I have a round face, but my head, like it doesn't. I mean, I have the Gig Wars one, and it just doesn't sit on my head right. Like it hurts, like up in here.
Uh-huh.
Like I get that little bruise or something. I don't know. It's weird. I don't like it. It put like a little print right here on my head.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the other one. But okay. Well, let me go ahead and close officially on my end. So thank you guys for watching this interview. Be sure to like his page, follow him. Actually, reach out to him if you want to invest in his future. So I like your vision. I like where you're going. And again, thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm glad that I got this done. And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning of more interviews to come. So I can't wait to my other interview with you and just to see how you're doing. You know
Hell
what
yeah.
I'm saying?
The,
So
where is he now? The where is he now?
right. So other than that, thank you and enjoy the rest of your evening.
I done messed up the rest of the video moving the camera around.
Hey, you got to give somebody a reason to watch again.
All right. I
That's all it
appreciate
is.
I appreciate the opportunity. I'm glad we did it, and it was fun.
Yes. All right. See you later.
See ya.